The tear machine stabbed. Your bottles clunk into...
Right to work!
So, how'd you like our harbor? It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains. Right, you talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk. The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing? What a thought! Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Your dead guy was an enemy combatant. He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine... I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have...
Understood.
No problem. I wish the best... A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open? Oh, say no more. I got you. I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say. Oh, so the none of the above type are you? I get it, I get it. I like to keep my distance too. But it doesn't matter. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the whirling in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized.
Okay, but where...
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and none of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess. I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
Who he is and what they're fighting for? Ask him about the Hardy Boys.
Los Ardis? They're an independent militant group. A bit too. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really...
Is he actually comparing you, an officer of the law, to some neighborhood vigilantes?
Why not? Must be nice being something else for a change. The rest of us are...
Lowman. Lowman, you caught me at an opportune moment. This awful...
She's just...
You heard that, Lowman? A pelt.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
All right, so you got Kuno's kilo. Here is how we do. That's how we split it. It's the best way. Street way. Word on the street is, you sent your little friend in dressed as a hooker. Distraction style. That's some...
Not a single...
Kuno wants to hear all about it. But first, we split the kilo. Then we shoot the shit. The fuck are you talking? Kuno doesn't... Fuck does Kuno care? Alright, that's how we split it. It's the best way. Street way. Alright. Kuno...
Tell him!
Kuno's got brains. This shit doesn't surprise Kuno.
Major fuck!
Kuno won't take this shit lightly.
Not like he thinks, but you can feel it. It's not hard to see at all. You hand out drugs to kids. The lieutenant's faith in your judgment will diminish. None that you can see. No, you can see it. This young man has junior officer material in him. In another life, where...
Tick, 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 tick. Decision time. What's it gonna be? You gonna fuck the Kuno? Alright. You fucked the Kuno. Everybody, Kuno got fucked by his pocket pig. Just when we...
I told you he can't be trusted! I told you
Relax, see? We got plenty of kilo. Kilo underground, in the tree. This is about you and Kuno. You...
In truth, Kuno doesn't really believe there's anything you can do to make up for this. The damage is irreparable.
Yeah? How the fuck are you still alive, pig? What? Fuck right. Kuno's dad was sleeping like a bum. Kuno told you. Kuno's dad doesn't... You got lucky, pig. Kuno knew this. Kuno's fucking violent fiend dad's been drinking hard lately. Kuno knew you have a way in. Narrow window. Kuno window. Yeah, Kuno's dad is fucking nothing. Fucking coma shit. Kuno's gonna have one too. Gonna be just like Kuno's dad. Speed shit.
Stop saying all this sad shit, Kuno.
There's a touch of greed.
Fuck you talking sad? Kuno's got hard shit, death shit, nothing shit. Get your fucking nun-ass out of here before Kuno fucks it dead. Turn into... Kuno ain't turning into...
If he doesn't stop soon...
Kuno won! Oh, you won, Kuno!
He did not win. There is a crack in there now, and it's spreading across the face of his certainty.
Fuck right there were. Fucking 3 years or some shit. That's right, it's a shithole. Kuno's gonna move underground.
Yeah, in a tomb, Kuno!
The fuck do you...
Yeah!
6 meters underground, below piping from before the war.
That didn't change shit, pig. That only...
It doesn't work, Kuno. Only our shit works.
The fuck about it? Your test...
Get lost,
Kuno doesn't.
before I squeal, pig.
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't. Fuck does Kuno care? Here, pig. We're fun now. Performance buddies. Kuno could already see you soaring through the air like a fucking eagle. Pig's in Kuno's dead. Kuno does.
Give me a moment.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural? Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural? I don't believe it. I've never known those boys.
The bemusement in her voice doesn't fully mask genuine tenderness.
They'll never be skulls, but their hearts are in the right place. Thank you for passing on the message. Now run along, Piggy. What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells? Ugh, alright, sad Piggy. I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around with military-grade handwear. Looked cute as hell.
The spread pattern of these bullet holes makes your more old bullet holes. Half a century at least, you peer into the faded marks in the stone.
This is bad mojo, man!
Your chest feels tight looking at them. It's closing in. Cave.
You okay there? Might be the after effects of your past escapades. What are you? Bullet holes generally look the same, so probably. But you're plenty.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nail, the door is slick. In fact, it's oddly silent. You knock silently.
I guess.
You feel eyes on you, watching you from the window overlook. You're pretty sure the owner of the apartment isn't here. It's...
Let's be honest. This isn't what I joined the RCM for. But every day tells you something new. Apparently, working with the local union boss to get info on an investigation is not something... If the Merc Tribunal happens before we solve this, we are looking at casualties. What's one unlocked door compared to that? On the other hand, we could just leave and tell Evrart we opened the door. No one seems to be tailing us to... Yes, presenting a fabrication is known to get results here and there.
The door is right here. Besides, if you never open it, you're never gonna find out what's been... The door to the... You try to be as silent as you can. Finally, the good job. Only curiosity could account for stepping over that threshold as you hold the open... A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman, a little ring. Though cheerful, there's something disdainful in the way the curves and lines of the bodies were drawn. The images betray a lack of interest in human beings. The owner of these mugs doesn't like people of other ethnicities very much. Of course, the lieutenant picks up one of the mugs.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very...
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used... And now they've drawn the ire of the Union.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from this clothes in the trash lead.
This is the flag of Revachol. This isn't just one sun, but it's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. It is but one of the many strange optic atmospheric phenomenon of this wondrous archipelago. You're sure you once saw sundogs in your youth, and blue flares.
Mm-hmm. The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
The flag doesn't seem to mind. It's just a colorful...
Trying to sneak up.
The file cabinet stands steady. Hundreds of... And the same you already went to drawer. The already familiar cold touch of plastic welcomes you as you pick up the handset. The already familiar cold touch of plastic. It's unclear whether you actually have muscle memory. Sure, why? Nothing tricky about that. You just... This is the night.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like... Sure, mister. Absolutely. I'm always willing to help out.
Mr. Dubois, every worker... And for his fellow man. That's right, Mr. Dubois. You're turning out to be quite the individualist there. So, you had business. Oh, I know everything about, and the word on the street is your memory is a bit hazy. If that's true, I assure you, There's nothing to be ashamed of, Harry. You're among friends, and the good news is my big fat folder is ready to serve. I'm sure you have a lot of questions.
It's just a brown folder.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Harry has some questions he needs answers to.
Asking too many questions will make you look weak. Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
Of course, Harry, of course.
Finally made it, haven't you? People point, where did that man get such a cool jacket? Did he receive it upon graduating the École Normale Supérieure? You are very dangerous, my friend.
Mr. Dubois, every worker for himself. Let's hear it, Harry.
As you look at the folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the...
He got the name from the Census Bureau. And
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi, from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man.
That means he doesn't really know. A pity. The mystery of you.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on. I don't know what that means, Harry, but I love it. Don't even tell me what was going on. Alcoholic brew? Stronger? Stopped? I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
He's trying to figure out if you're lying. There is no way to sway this man in any direction. He is unsuggestible and unswayable. Just tell the truth.
Exactly the kind of fascist memorabilia I was expecting. Weasel probably prays to it every night for the downfall of the Union.
He was testing you, and you succeeded.
Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good. Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just like... I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and...
yes. Do you think this weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no. I don't cross paths like that.
Oddly, it seems to be true.
Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high... But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat freaks. I feel like...
That's not how you baton someone. The technique is way off. You strike with your whole body, not just the baton.
Oh, Harry, thanks for the tip. I'll leave doing...
That's all he's going to say on this subject.
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats. Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild...
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the... I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yesut, Semenine, Saramoritsa, you name it. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant. No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical, and now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company... One of them got downright suicidal. Getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's...
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill. Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions. There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose... They're like you guys. Idealistic people.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, he probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him." I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty.
Uncertainty belies his boasting. In the end, though, he believes it. Or at least, he wants to believe.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal. How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the... These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you...
So you believe the scabs...
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes. Of course, you're always one step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no genius. I'm in this position because Tribunal? That sounds serious, Harry. We Union men should be shitting ourselves. I wish you hadn't told me that.
He's clearly happy about the tribunal.
Oh, Harry, what do I really think about the Tribunal? You're trying to climb to second base with old Everard before you've even...
He wants you to do more things for him before.
So they shot him?
He was shot in the head before.
How odd. I don't know what to say, Lieutenant. They told me they hanged him. A hanged man is what I saw when I took a look into...
It's impossible to say if he's telling the...
What I do know is... Oh, they are simply fine young men. All 7. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins.
Interesting. Who said...
They're almost all of them great guys. Born... Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are. But of course, it's...
You can now go and tell Ty.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real. I'm not giving you anything.
Needless to say, this is another move. Don't take it.
Oh, I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing. Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your... Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you.
A man of the left. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
What does your heart tell you about your lost gun, Harry? Does it tell you to forget about it? Or do you think it wants to be found? I think it's lonely and cold.
And what would...
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
But, he thinks,
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing. I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those...
roller skating.
There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fence. Yes, the little...
You're already pretty deep into this. What's a little more? No one can see you here in Martinez.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past... Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then we can talk about your gun. Mr. Dubois, every worker for himself, right? What can I do for you today?
cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you... This door is made of no one.
Let's go. There's...
Rust peels off the bent iron posts of the swing. The wind whistles.
In this yard?
He's assessing the situation.
Someone thought they could have a summer house in a bloc obscur. For cheap. It didn't work out. They have a black bloc. A part of the city left unrenovated after the war. Practically, it's not an official term in any way, but look around. No sewage, broken power lines, crime, drunks. Yes, for you to pick up as part of the Jamrock shuffle.
It's not meant as nagging. Just an...
We should move. I don't think our
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up. Eh? What's this about? Come now, I can't read all the scribble. Tell me what it says. Huh, I might be half blind, but it looks like part of the village is gonna be a street. The best part, the part we need to get out of our houses. Have you asked Lillian about this? I won't even consider.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month the youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some it's going to be awfully close to the already existing buildings, almost wall to wall, practically integrating them into the youth center. This is either an ominous or my money is on cool. Looks like a cubic.
I'm no property lawyer, but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not a perfect solution, but...
Take the legal documents out of the envelope. There is no loophole. The simple truth is the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 40 months, their lives will be dominated by constant construction noise right next door. Once the construction starts, it'll probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the most stubborn occupants to get tired of living like this. After that, they'll sell their property for cheap and move out.
I should have seen it. Evrard probably has eyes on us, but we could try to get other people to sign this instead of those listed. Or you could forge their signatures yourself. By the time he finds out, we'll already be gone.
The youth center cuts in. Take the legal the youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Where are you? This says by signing, I agree to living with construction noise. What a nice idea. Wouldn't have thought that Evrard and the Union have nice plans for anything. I thought they only cared about themselves. Well, I guess Union member... Aye. Why not? Fine. Here you go. I shouldn't have.
Probably, but it is a youth centre and I have children. Got to give them something else to do. They're cute and small now, but they're growing up fast. Anyhow, you also need Isabel's signature. If it's a bad idea, she won't sign.
Sound logic. Division of labor. Sounds like Isabel is the leader around here. You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan. A cockatoo is a parrot with an erectile crest found on. This book talks about the delicate nature of twos as well as introducing. You take the legal documents out of the envelope. The pen is shaking in your hand as you draw up it appears you have drawn. No, it's just a line. Forgery obviously isn't your strong suit. Sorry for a worn map, feet. The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with? Our tenant, the policeman. Lillian should let her sword make her decisions. The girl just doesn't have the head for it. Either way, I won't sign.
She wanted to see if you would do it, and if she would.
I've seen it all before. You think they've got our interests at heart? Rich men are always selling poor men promises they never plan to keep. Then the poor get pushed out of their homes, and the rich get a little richer. That's the...
She speaks with the authority of a leader. Hers is the final word around here. The noxious odor.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail! Abigail.
Abigail is his wife or girlfriend. Chances are she's gone. Calling her wouldn't make it any better or worse.
Abigail? Abigail, where are you? Don't call Abigail!
He snorts and beckons you.
Don't call Abigail. Don't call Abigail.
There's no use in...
The drunk man starts coughing. The man...
Don't.
There was little chance he'd...
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy? So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner.
See? There it is, Bratushka! The spirit, it's our end game! Exactly! This is... You have to buy it from him!
The lieutenant looks at you, looking at the bottle of spirits, then at Rosemary, suspiciously.
See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture. You know, it's funny, actually.
He's finding it difficult to focus his...
What? This guy.
Conversation might bring a discount, no?
Oh, this is medicinal.
He ain't shitting you!
I got one of those scientific ampoules a few months ago. Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of... It really isn't. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of... Those arseholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all. The idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. It's like 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and 2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for 3 real.
Don't say it. Well done. That's a much more reasonable price right there. Makes sense now.
Oh, you see, well, cigarette.
The hook. Where is it? I can't see it.
Hook 'em and cook 'em, huh? You want to buy something? Just make sure to...
Bratan! I am so...
The tie is so on the money there. Up the bum it goes.
Just wait for my...
Soon. The time will come soon.
In the civil...
Tequila Sunset. What's it about? I'll let my hand address the situation. Maybe you've heard. I used to be a very successful businessman. I've signed more than a few lease forms or whatever the fuck they were.
I got a freebie when I purchased a whole carton of...
The writing under the time...
Thanks, Rosie. Hey guys, I'm...
Hell yeah!
The incapacitated...
Thank you for your help. Should we go and mail this? I think I saw a mailbox on the plaza.
Okay, what's on your mind? Good. I used to own... Now...
You of all people should empathize.
What? You've never seen one pretty nice...
Good God. Random. And then...
Wow!
That's because you're... I'm all ears to keep...
mister?
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
Yes, I am. Little Lily. You know my mom? Uh-huh. Mom is great. You know what's great about my mom? Everything. Luby. My mom tells me I'm a big girl, but she doesn't know that I can't say Earl. Or sometimes I can, but then
Kids.
Yes, they look the same. They look identical. It's a grouse.
You might be able to get on Garth's good side if you replaced a broken scooter you almost certainly broke.
I don't know.
She twirls. All right. You just need to grab it from the ceiling and go.
It's Lammy. He's my friend.
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One.
Yes. Very soft. Isn't he soft? Oh.
Where did you get?
Found them when Lemmy and I were playing hide and seek.
She doesn't want you to think she stole.
I hid them. The twins were gonna take them. They're stupid.
We're going to need those gloves. It's for important police business.
Oh. They're in my sandcastle. Behind our house. Under the sand. Bye!
Weather has not been kind. The walls and floors give way to the...
Congratulations.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You hear the tone. Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. End of tone.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre? So nice of you to find the time to call me. It gets so lonely. Even if... Are you sure?
Her voice is dry. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard. Calling. Still again. Someone.
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Hello, Gerard. Technically speaking, your electricity.
No, but I got a feeling...
Phone disconnect tone. Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It's streaked with dried seagull shit. It seems likely that it was left in the surf.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you. I'm sure he'll be thrilled to have it.
As you hold it in your hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound. It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. It occurs to you that you're not even Hold, it smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of sea. Somehow, it was carried or dragged to the faint impressions of many footprints are also present, though it's impossible to tell what kind or how many. Suffice to say, the crust is hard. This jacket somewhere, hard. They are like the bombardier. All of a sudden, the Bombay doors open, and their white glitter splat. An explosion of white on a man's shoe. A curse goes up, but the birds do not hear. It's too late. You've already thought about it, and now your hands are covered in muck. What? No. Then it'll just... As you hold it in your hands, it makes an... There is no one. The smell. It's awful and familiar. Don't you recognize it? Something cold wakes. It is death. It must be. The lieutenant.
Eyes up, detective.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and 2 empty bottles. No, there's more in there.
A tragedy.
He shakes his head. Whoever tossed it here was a heavy. You see traces. It's no older than a day. It's hard. A man lies on the boardwalk. His limbs bent. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the right leg. The smell is not as bad as a
Hold on. Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Another dead body. Calm now. Carefully. He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a cool leather jacket with a bolt of blue. Oh no. This sound. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2.
Good. We should take a look at that.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk. A bad fall. It might have been dark outside. His expression is dull, like the sea behind. Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. He was confused when he died. He was just about to head home. The first step back home proved to be his last. That's what the chewing gum. There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. Be very, very careful where you step here. A dried chunk of blood covers the hair. This is where he came out of himself, drop by drop, when he was unconscious.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you? Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
They screech under your feet ominously. You see waves. He could have easily disappeared into the a 0.75 liter
tear all around us. I'd prefer if you didn't collect it.
True. Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. The blackness.
He ate the whole pack. I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario.
In a ditch off a road, the entire boardwalk.
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this, but that's just a lazy...
A dead working-class man with a bottle in his hand? Don't deceive yourself. You know who this is.
The woman you met at the book stand? Why do you think it's her husband? The bright blue lining? Well, he's definitely someone's husband. Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive. Oh yes. Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning, but I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure. They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. I doubt that they have. Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the city council's hands clean. What about it? The deceased...
Sometimes a kebab...
No, I don't see anything that points in that...
Agreed. If this...
It does seem to be a pretty... From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleague. A field autopsy isn't necessary. I'd say we should just write down head trauma and leave it at that. Let's keep this detour as short as possible. Maybe, but we don't really have much time or resources to spare. The guys at processing will take... Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from my kinema.
The library card is Billy is a unisex name. Could be the deceased. Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of most of these titles. If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffiti. You drop the white envelope. About a week's worth of mail as probably did the right thing. You can't trust that slug ever.
Alright, let's go back to Evrart. If we don't mention... Yes, for sending mail.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to...
Old East Delta Commerce Center. Snow covers the white on blue police livery of the moat. Do something important? Even at a standstill, the unibody Caprice... Someone has waxed it recently.
Mm-hmm. You want to take a closer look? 100 and...
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there.
7.2. Supercharged.
Saying these words brings him.
Yes.
It's nice and all, but helium headlights with him, it's a bit girly right now. Fit it with some proper off-road components.
Sorry.
Lingo it up.
No. That's porno tuning. Porno. That's short for...
The sole purpose of pornography is to stimulate one's visual sense to evoke sexual arousal. The same is true with the modification.
That's a negative on the...
No one in the history of convictions has been more... Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist? One moment. Can you please describe the body? Age, sex?
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell.
Any signs of violence? No field autopsy necessary.
You can hear her quickly.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes? Any information on the library? Good. You have... Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi? I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this. That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there... Hold on, officer. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already...
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. How can...
He sounds worried, yet ready to assist.
Billy Majon, you said. Give me a moment, I'll have to check out...
On Moreau Drive in Central Jamrock, in a darkened hall, lit by orange desk lamps, far away from...
Yes, hello, are you still there? I found Billy Majon's home address, is that alright? No phone number, unfortunately.
They're too poor to have a phone line.
Maybe you can write it down? It's Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane 33...
That's where the smoker on the balcony lives.
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago. Marie? Marie? Do you remember a read? Yes, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lowe's...
Good. You have a name now.
Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer than me.
And then goes for a little drink later.
Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight. Marie! She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure... sorry. Marie wasn't really paying... Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer.
Anything else you need from me? 57's over.
In the cabin. This door... A weathered brown. Some things, the lieutenant, this is the... Get yourself together.
Don't knock! Just leave! You don't need this! You don't need to sad it up!
You're right. Let's talk this.
You hear...
We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood... Now, delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful. Dead? Just don't say...
Good advice. The lieutenant motioned.
Hello?
And someone turns down the radio.
The police. A moment, please.
Tidy and there's fear in her voice.
Come in. The door.
It's you from the book stand. Did you come to bring my cockatoo back? I don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm...
The lieutenant has taken off. He must feel vulnerable without his glasses. Is this why he's letting you take the lead?
Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? No. This is something...
Definitely no small talk. This isn't the time or place. You've done this before. Just keep your focus.
What did you say?
A great and terrible spike. The blood freezes in her veins.
Oh. But
he was just here.
We understand this comes as a huge shock.
what happened to him? Was he drunk? I see. And you just found him there. How long had he...
If you say 2 days maybe, it will be etched in her mind forever. She blinks, eyes, the handkerchief. A small, terrified smile quivers.
Is there anyone we could call for?
No. I just need to tell...
It burns.
God.
No. A day.
Good. Just tell me, what do I need?
We've taken him to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here's his number in case you want to contact him earlier. Is there anything else that the RCM...
No, I'll call you if something. Thank you.
These are her last reserves of strength.
We should step outside and talk. You did well. I'll call the station when we're finished with the day, and they'll manage.
They have to. It's not your...
That's it. Let's go.